So I read something yesterday that was very interesting. It was out of, I guess the original article was out of a German, I don't know if it was a newspaper or just a news website, but they posted it, they were talking about it over at Silver Doctors. And you know that the German government asked for their gold back from the Fed. A lot of countries across the world, when they join the club, so to speak, and they get their own central bank and they follow the other central bank's practices and all that, that's because they're part of the club. And that's what the club says the rules are. So part of that is, when you go into this country as the head central banker, we need you to get your gold out of that country, your country's gold, and bring it to us. Give it to us over here at the Federal Reserve. We're just gonna do this because we're allies, we're pals, and we've got one of the most secure vaults in the world. And not to mention, we are the world's superpower. Wouldn't you want to keep it with us? Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably not a bad idea. Okay. So many years ago, decades ago, countries and countries and countries from around the world shipped their gold off to America for safekeeping only. Not to let us borrow it, not to let us lend it out to other people and make money doing that. No. Strictly for security, safekeeping purposes. And they have to pay a fee for that. So could you imagine paying a fee for that and then finding out that you don't have any of your gold left in the secured vault, whatever. And not only that, the reason it's not there is because they've been lending it out to these things called bullion banks and other purposes. That's why it's not there. You're gonna say to yourself, what in the hell was I even paying this security fee for? Why am I paying you security fees every month, which are fairly significant considering the amount of gold we let you guys have or store for us, and you guys are out lending it out, making money, and now that I ask for it back, you tell me I'll give it to you in the year 2020, you'll have all of it back. We'll give you, you know, 50 or so tons, or was it 80 tons, or somewhere between 50 and 80 tons technically per year back starting next year, and by 2020 you'll have all your gold back. Now, wouldn't that immediately, instantaneously set off a red flag? Could you imagine lending your friend something you just got? You know, maybe when you were a kid, you just got a brand new bike. Your friend's bike broke. Hey, can I borrow your bike? Man, I need it for, I gotta go to my, you know, he just got a job, 15 years old, you know, got a little part-time job. Man, I gotta get to work after school, man. Can I borrow your bike for like a week? Yeah, no problem. And then you find out that your friend basically has sold your bike to someone else. And, to make this crazier, you were paying your friend to take your bike because his house and his job have a secured locking system that no one in the world could ever steal your bike. And your mom and dad won't let you have your bike inside your house, so they make you store it outside with this little clumsy chain, which you don't feel secure about. So it's kind of good that you're going to let him borrow this bike for a little while because he's just really safekeeping it for you. And then you find out that instantly, not just later on down the road, but as soon as he got his hands on your bike, he was lending it out to other friends. And they would use it, and they'd pay him money for letting him use it, let him use it, and then he'd put it back. And then some other people would come up, and then it got to the point where it was always being lent out. It was never back at his house. It was from one hand to another hand to the next hand. And he's making fee every time it changed hands. He's making these great fees while charging you a security fee. Could you imagine? That's like in kids' terms, you know, think about when you had a bike. You would be pretty pissed off. Hey man, I thought you had to go to a job and all. What happened with that? Well, no, but okay, I want my bike back now. I don't like this. I want my bike back now. I don't feel comfortable with what I'm seeing out here. Need my bike back as soon as possible, like yesterday. All right, see you at the end of the week. I'll have it. End of the week? Today's like Monday. You want to see me Friday? No, not Friday. Next Sunday. Oh no. You have my bike, I delivered it to you, give it back now. Let's go over there now. Your house is a mile from here, let's go get it. No, I can't do that. But I'll give you back 10% of your bike per day, or whatever, 12, 13%, whatever it equals, so that at Sunday, you'll have your full bike back. So I'll give you the tire tomorrow, I'll give you the back tire the next day, the chain, the sprockets the next day, then the frame, then the handlebars. You'll have it all back by Sunday. How absurd was that? Even as a child, if you heard that, you would say, that is beyond, like, absurdity. What the hell is this? Is what you tell yourself. What? Give me my freaking bike back now. Well, the Germans didn't get any of their gold back, but what was it, 5 tons? They're supposed to be delivered 80 or something like that right off the bat, and then 50 a year or whatever it was. They get almost nothing back, and way behind schedule of when they're supposed to start getting payments. So guess what they've done now? From what I read in this translation of German to English, it appears that they've just backed off. Don't worry about it, United States. I know we had an agreement, but we'll kind of back off of that. And instead of starting now with the 50 tons a year, let's start in 2015. You can start repaying us back in 2015. That's what I gathered out of the article. And what's going to happen now is the German people are going to hear about that, and they're going to be furious. And enough of them probably are going to band together to start questioning their politicians to say, we're not here to ask you, or go get our gold back now. We're paying fees every month as a country to the United States, and they don't have it, obviously. We want it now. And that's going to cause a big problem. Take care.